Yo guys, it's Shadow here and welcome back to another episode of Space Engineers. Today we'll work a bit more on our good old little hangar bay that we started last time. I think that will keep us busy for a while, I have the feeling, but I guess we'll see. So, where should we go next from here? I have the feeling I should kinda start building this whole thing up, you know? And then we'll kind of see how it flows into the upper parts of the stations. But yeah, right now it's kind of difficult for me to see how it's gonna look. You know, it's difficult, but we'll figure this out as we go along, I think. So here in these enclosed parts is where stairways are gonna go. I have the feeling, but then again, I'm not sure how these stairwells gonna look like, if it's even gonna work from the spacing. I do not know right now, so it's really guesswork at this point, but I'm sure we'll find a solution. There's always a solution in engineering, I think. Just a question, how much time do you bring with you, right? Then of course here we have our let's say our main airlock. Not quite sure how it's gonna look like, but the thing is we can use this part here. We could switch that out for a conveyor junction and then have a vent right there. So that would take up very little space, and then we could just have this room over here being the stairway again, just like over there actually. So we would have like two rooms just like that. It would be very symmetrical, even though it isn't. But I guess that kind of works. So you know what? Let me just place a few blocks here and see. We'll just raise this up to the upper limits here. Let's put it that way. And then we're gonna have to figure out how this is gonna work. But yeah, because technically not only do we have to make a stairway up here, but it has to kinda yeah, it has to kinda go a little bit diagonal, because we cannot go straight up, otherwise we'll get out of the ship's back. So we have to plan this meticulously, I think, to not make it look stupid or to not get stuck. But yeah, for now, I think we're just gonna weld all of these here. Just like that, and let's see. So, the thing is, we don't need much height in this room, I don't think. I'm even convinced that this room will look better if we have it just one block high. Like a very tight airlock, you know? I think that would even look better. So let's do that right now. Just like that. And what we can do then is technically we could maybe even, you know, make the staircase run across here. We'll figure it out, but I have some ideas here jumping around in my mind. Jesus, we're going through these steel plates quickly. That's incredible. Pretty much incredible. You know, it's actually kind of interesting. In the last like 4 or 5 days, I haven't been playing a lot of games. I've been making Magic the Gathering decks. I have like I just play Commander, and at this point, because it's the format that brings me the most joy and it lets me use the most cards in my collection. So I've been making 5 more Commander decks. I'm now, I think, at about 20 Commander decks at this point, which is ridiculous and absolutely not smart, but I just love playing different commanders. I do not want to take decks apart and reform them every month or something to play something else. But yeah, I've been making like 3 color commander decks. They've turned out quite fun, quite nicely. I'm gonna play test them this weekend against some friends of mine. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, that's what I've been doing the last few days. Basically, I've put them together on a site digitally, and then per deck I probably had about a day searching cards out of my collection. It was absolutely horrendous, but no, that was actually kind of fun because you know, I have so many cards at this point that most things I have, I know that I do, but the problem is always finding it. Especially if I cannot just have them neatly sorted. That just doesn't work because I have so many commons and uncommons. I don't have that much space. So what I've done, I've sorted them basically into by color and rarity. That's the only sorting that I have done. And so, you know, if I know, oh, it's a red card of that rarity, then I know, okay, I have to go look at this in this pile. The problem is if I accidentally misfiled something, then it's possibly it's impossible to find, actually. For example, let's say I put a rare... no, not a rare card. The rares are all in folders. But yeah, an uncommon card into the common pile. I'm never gonna find it. Almost never. Maybe by accident. So yeah. Okay, so here. This is gonna be the stairway up, so we're gonna go up here. And now here, see? Here we have a little bit of space, and I wonder if I should do something with that space, or if I should just leave it as as empty space. Normally I probably wouldn't care too much, but especially in survival, I'm kind of a sucker for using all the available space for something at least. You know, even if it's just like storing some batteries or something, but maybe it would be cool to have a little bit something here. Maybe even like an additional room, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let me think about this. Also, yeah, the airlock is going to be... There's going to be a door here, and then there's going to be a door here, right? And then... continuing upwards... probably has to be... like so, correct? Probably. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this looks good or not. Because yeah, there's a lot of space here that I'm not using, but I wonder if it's even usable for something, or if it's just too small to even put something in it, you know? That's the question here. Let me actually gather a few more of these. There we go. Let me just do the staircase first before I wonder about that too much. Also, this doesn't work.
Inventory full.
I just realized. That will not work. That has to be one of these. Then it will work. Nice. Okay. Good. So you're gonna get up here, and then you're gonna turn around again with the... Well, actually... Is this even gonna work? I think so. No, it's not. No. Oh, whoops. I miscalculated. This is not gonna work. I think I might have to pull down the sides of the spine there to see how it's actually gonna look. Because I have not much space to work with there. I might have to redesign that staircase. Because we decided that the sides would be a little bit flatter than the main spine, a little bit less pronounced. So we have less space there to work with, right? So let's just pull down this thing here. We don't have to weld it per se, but at least we have to see it. So we know what our spacing is like. Yeah, see? We're running into a problem here. Obviously we do. Let me make this one as well. Just so we're clear. And the outer edge here, that needs to be redesigned as well, but that was clear. So yeah, see? That's the constraint that we're having. And that's the constraint we're running into right now. So we have to... Yes, this is gonna be tricky, I think. I have the feeling we cannot use this space. Or if we're using this space, we're using this basically as a hallway. Let me think. You know, kind of like going over here. I rather would have a very concise little staircase than to use this room for a little bit more walkway that is technically not needed. So I rather do it like this. Kind of like a spiral staircase, but not a perfect one either, because we cannot now turn around again, because that doesn't make sense. Right, we will have to... yeah, this is weird. It's gonna look weird either way, but the question is how weird is it gonna look in the end? Let me place something. So, if we go up to right here, and we're on the height that we want to be at, but we're right in front of this thing, which we want to hide away, so that's not good either. Now I question if I could and should do this, essentially. The thing is, that is of course visible, so we would have to maybe put some blocks here to hide this away. But like this, we're getting into the upper floor quite neatly, I think. And that's probably one of the only ways where we do not run into any spatial troubles. And the one on the other side will have to pull down in a similar way. Probably even exactly similar to this. Just with the difference that it's gonna run down even further. But yeah. Yeah, it's looking messy right now, but I think it's okay. Also, we'll have to weld these before we close this up completely, for sure. Let's actually get a few of these materials so we can weld this shut before we fill it up with blocks. We need some of that, some of that, some of that. Actually, let me get some more of you. There we go. Yeah. I think I see how this goes. Okay, let's weld this. Construction components we're missing there. Let's see what we need. No more interior plates, no more... Just construction components. Fair enough. Okay. Where is it? There. Okay. So this is good. We can close this up. At least from this side we will. There we go. We could even maybe like put a vent here somewhere. But we'll see how we actually make it look in the end. Here we probably could do something along these lines. Just so it's nice and smooth. Right. And then the lights probably go on onto the floor. Because the ceiling is slanted. That's not gonna work, obviously. That would be a cool thing, to have light that you can put on slanted ceilings like that. It would make construction so much easier. General, you know, a lot of these blocks would be easier if you could just place them on different surfaces, but I guess that would have to basically change the way construction works entirely. You know, basically lighting blocks should not need to take up space if you do it like that, and I'm not sure they can make that change so late down the development, you know? I'm pretty sure that's not gonna happen, so... Yeah, we're gonna weld this completely, just so we see, you know? And feel how that works. So yeah, you're coming here from the airlock, you're going up the staircase, up here into the main area, whatever you want to call that. I'm not sure how to call it, actually. And yeah, I have the feeling I want to get a vent right in here. That would be a perfect place for a vent, too. I think that's a good idea. Let's do that. Although, wait, does that work? I think that's awkward. Because the vent will stand out, won't it? But it's one above, actually. That shouldn't matter. It's gonna look a little bit awkward, but it shouldn't matter too much. Yeah, I think we can do that. Should be able to pull that off. Let's try that. Get some material here. Then we'll slap a vent into there for now. What we need? We probably need... 50 a U, 50 a U. I think vents need computers, probably. Then we need more of you.
Low.
There we go. Okay, so we need conveyors. I probably brought way too little material for all the conveyors, but yeah, anyway. So right, this is gonna come from here. And into a conveyor... No, not a sorter, that's wrong. A conveyor junction. Which is gonna be a vent. So that means the staircase in itself can also be used as an airlock should one of the lower doors be breached, for example. So you have kind of like a two-stage airlock, almost. So that should... It is kind of ugly, though. That vent in here is kind of ugly. I have to admit. Can we... Do we... No, we do not have any more room here, don't we? However, what we could do, of course... We could make the vent right here. And then just put a grated catwalk here. I think that would be an elegant solution. Right? Yeah. That's the way to do it. I think that's the way.
Energy critical.
That's very much how we should do that. Okay, perfect. I think that's a problem solved. Very nice indeed. Let's just get I think about 10 girders, was it? And the rest here. So, let me recharge real quick, and then we'll try to figure out what else we can do today. Alright, here we go. Time to make this all look nice. Let's close up this guy. And then, here we go, the girders. Perfect. And now we just have to put in some things here. I think we can do this one, perhaps? I think that one works, right? And then here a normal block. Then we might even be able to put lights on the ceiling because we have these in-between platforms there. That might even work. Yeah, we can put lights on here. That's even more beautiful. I think that's a good staircase. Normally I struggle with staircases like these, but this one looks fine, in my opinion. And then obviously here we're having this one, and then one of these. And that also makes it so that this part of the ship's anatomy can be hidden away behind here. And it also means that this staircase comes up quite close to the other staircase. So if you come down into this room, you immediately see where the other parts of the ships are, you know? Like, you can see, oh, right down here we go down to whatever we're gonna call it, a hangar bay. We could put like an LCD screen here pointing to over here, and then one over here pointing to this side where we're gonna put the second staircase. I think we're just gonna reverse engineer it from here, right? Pretty much. I have the feeling that's a good idea. So it's gonna be relatively symmetric for one, which is obviously a big plus for me, but yeah. Okay, let me get a few materials to make some stairs. We're gonna go with, what, 100 probably? Yep, something like that. That's enough for, I think, 2 staircases. So this one is gonna be, let's see. Yeah, it's gonna be right here. Right here. There we go. And then we can do the exact same airlock kind of thing, where we hide away that vent behind the catwalk. We can do that in the exact same manner over here, I think. Pretty much. So let me place these two. And then I think the only thing that I need to do here is, yeah, to place like a rim on top of here on this level, so we can hide away these a bit nasty looking edges here. That's gonna look weird, but yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. And here we're gonna fill this up with blocks. Hold on, I think, oh wait, I think we filled up too much actually. Because this staircase goes down here, right? So these... Or am I mistaken? Oh no, it's over here, sorry. It's over here. Right, it goes down here. Am I right? No, hold on. It goes to the outside, does it? Yeah, it goes down and then right, and here it goes down and left, obviously, so... Like this. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense now. There we go. A lot more sense. Okay. I think we need material at least for one more staircase. Might be even able to place it. No, we're not. Okay. Let's get material for one more. So that's 3050 we need to get. 3050. And a ton of those. Let's also make a few more of these. Since I think we should have a bit more room again, now that I used about 3,000 steel plates. Yeah, and then this will go down into here, right? It's gonna be this. With the, of course, with the change that here it will not go into the middle room, it will go down further into the next level, whatever the next level is gonna be. But yeah, here we can, for example, we can cut into here, then make the next staircase go down here. Should be doable. All right, let's start making the air vent thingy. You know, because technically we could probably have the whole back tail sharing one airtight room, so that basically all the vents supply one big room. But I like it more if it's kind of like separated, so that if somewhere there is a breach in the hull, that you can actually... I'm gonna leave this open because I need to weld these as well. So that if there's a breach, you can, you know, separate rooms from each other and still have an airtight ship. Okay, I think we can do all of these here, right? Okay, let me get some material to weld some conveyors as well. Definitely gonna need that. Need about 40 of these. There we go. Hey-ya. Okay. Yeah. There we go. So the conveyor, I think it needs to be here, right? Let me check that on the other side. So we go down and then it's right opposite of here. Oh yeah, right, it's on this level. I forgot. It's the vent goes there. The vent goes right here. And then we have this free space where we put the catwalk on. I think the catwalk we can put already on like this. Yes, that should be perfect. Okay, cool. That means down here we should be able to weld all. But yeah, let's just make these real quick. Construction components still required. Yeah, let's just weld all of these while we're at it, right? So we don't have to worry about these anymore.
Energy low.
Yes, yes. Let's take a few of these. I think we need more of those. Let's go. Can weld them from all the way. I think the one up above here is welded. Yes. So from here we can also check if the connection is green. That will tell us if we welded everything correctly. Yes, we did. That one is going green as well. Excellent. And that one is green as well. Everything is green. Nice. So now... Again, we need the vent here, and then we'll also need some girders. Some girders, some small tubes. Actually, I'll need some of that. Girders, and then a bunch of those. Maybe even some computers. There we go, that should be enough for construction purposes. Okay, here we go. So there's the vents. Also, I'm gonna name these two vents right away because I won't be able to access them later on. So let me name these. I know I didn't name a lot of them, but at least let me do it with those since I know. These are, let's call them hangar, stairs, air vents. RE vents, perfect. So we know at least these two we have. I think a lot of the others, once I'm finished with the whole ship, I have to kind of like display on HUD and then localize where these bastards are, because they're going to be all over the place for sure. Okay. And that would be pretty much it. Yes. Good. I think here we had this block and then one of these slopes. Yes, okay.
No energy.
Oh no! Where's me energy? Seriously, god damn it, there it is. Yeah. But that makes me happy right now, because now we have fixed, basically, or we have solved the major problem that I had. The major question that was open still. And now, based on that, I think the rest of the hangar design is going to be relatively easy. I think. We'll see about that. I might even put the lights in already in these in the hangar staircases, just so we have a little bit of a good look how it's gonna feel. We might put them in once we're finished on this side as well, but that needs a few more blocks. So yeah, let me fill them in here. Should probably also fill it in from the bottom as well. Oh. Right. I think here we need this one, right? I think that is correct. I'll have to fly through both of these afterwards to see if they look and feel the same, but I think that is correct. Right, let's get some more. Got that done. Go, and then because of that, the whole this side of the hangar is also going to be ready because of the staircase, so we can then start designing from there on outward. It's actually kind of nice how it, I don't want to say fixes itself, but yeah, it kind of works out like that quite nicely. Yeah, I have the feeling I did something different on this side. We'll have to compare in a second. Pretty sure I made different things over here. Just have to check this real quick. So on the right hand side, over yonder, let's start from the top. So you go down like so. It always leads into a flat one, and from the flat it always slopes down like that. Here it slopes down just like that. One, two. Here's the only time it does. It's a 3-block slope because it then turns around completely. But here it's a 2-block slope followed by, well, technically a 1-block slope. There's a 1-block slope. Then there's going to be a 2-block slope over here. Let me just implement that. And I think it's like so, right? Into this. 2 blocks to flat, and yes, okay. This needs to go, and this needs to be a one of these. Yeah. Okay, I got it. This is now 1, 2, 3 blocks, and then it turns around. Yeah. That's right. That's right. Got it. I think that is correct. Weld all of these babies up. Let's see. Put some more over here. I think we'll put one in here as well. Let's just weld these two, and then we're done for the most part. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so the front part is all fixed and finished. Let me do some lights here. That's nice that we can place one here, because this is technically attached to the inside and not the outside. Okay, so like so. Let's just make these two for now. And then, well, replicate it on the other side as well. And I think that was this orientation. Yes! Correct. Okay, now we just need somewhere where we can actually configure those. Interior lights, these are hangar stairs lights. Perfect. Just push them up a bit to about 9. That sounds about right. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that works. That works. And then here we come down into the airlock. There's going to be lights on its own, on their own. Ow, that was painful. But yeah, that pretty much works for me, I think. Okay, so next time we are gonna work on the hangar itself, I would say, and well, the lower part of the hangar, the actual long, how you want to say it, the, I don't want to say the starting ramp. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but you know what I mean, the long landy bit. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.